So, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot is heading to Netflix. Okay, let's talk about it. So, yeah, movie friends, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot or direct sequel to the original film is what they're trying to go for. I'm pretty sure they want to pull a Halloween 2018 on it. Is going to be coming out on Netflix instead of theaters, which we're obviously gonna read the article, but if you had to ask me my personal opinion about this does not sound very promising. It almost sounds like they're throwing it on Netflix because, let's be honest, a studio doesn't want to produce this thing and release it. That's what comes off to me, because you know what? I doubt Halloween Kills opening up in theaters is going to affect its box office results. And Halloween Kills looks amazing. I mean, they already know it's going to be a success, but this film I'm not too sure about. I know the premise was released not too long ago, and I know, or like it was released online, like actually, like just completely snuck out online, and people were starting to react to it and saying that it sounds like a piece of shit. I don't know personally. I don't think I actually read the actual article. I might have actually. I might have. It might have been something about more of Leatherface's family and stuff, and they were wanting to do like an origin story or something along those lines. Not really an origin story, but they were trying to go like with this different, like a really different route, and no one liked the idea. Not one person I talked to liked the idea. So I don't know, but the fact that they're now throwing it at Netflix to release it, it's not really a promising sign. And I do like some Netflix movies, don't get me wrong, but to throw in, The Irishman, which was an Academy Award-winning movie or nominated movie, really was released on Netflix, which is obviously a good sign. They've had great films released on Netflix, but the fact that they're not even probably going to release the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in theaters is a bit, because they would make money. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but like, I'm beginning to be worried just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and read this article from Dread Central, of course. We read it from them last time. We're going to read it from them again. So put on my handy-dandy reading glasses here because, can't read without them, or at least as beautiful without them. So we're going to go ahead and read this, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, new Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel is coming to Netflix. Yeah, not reboot, sequel. In an unusual move, Netflix has acquired exclusive rights for the upcoming Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Legendary Pictures. And Legendary Pictures releases some good stuff, so Netflix is heading into Chainsaw country with their acquisition of the upcoming sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The company scored exclusive distribution rights to the title from Legendary Pictures, who announced the new film back in 2018. The latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie will pick up where the 1974 film left off. This director shares the same approach Blumhouse took for its 2018 reboot of Halloween. This will also mark the second time Netflix and Legendary have gotten into bed together. The first example being Enola Holmes, the Millie Bobby Brown vehicle that raked in viewers last year. With practically zero promotion behind the imminent Legacy installment, it's easy for horror fans to have concerns about studio support for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is what I was worried about. Yeah, studio support. While the updates we have received thus far have been promising, there's not much to speculate on, unfortunately. Knowing that will be in store for Old Man Leatherface and the return of Sally Hardesty. Yeah, Sally Hardesty. Yeah, she's supposed to be making an appearance in this movie, and Old Man Leatherface, which is going to be crazy to see. It's cool as hell. It is cool as hell. But we want to know more. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is directed by David Blue Garcia, produced by Don't Breathe and Evil Dead alum Fede Alvarez. Garcia and company shot the Legacy title in Bulgaria with a script by Chris Thomas Devlin, which is some really good talent attached to this. I mean, to have Fede Alvarez attached to this is phenomenal. The cast for the movie includes emerging stars Elsie Fisher, Sarah Yarkin, Mo Dunford, and Jacob Lattimore. However, the new film plans on retconning canonical sequels in order to check in on Leatherface years later. The new film will take place decades after the original, much like Halloween 2018. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre saw its release back in 1974. Leatherface has since appeared in 8 films, the last being 2017's Leatherface from Inside filmmakers Julian Maury and Alexandra Bustillo. My apologies if I butchered your name, fella. But yeah, there's the poster in 1974. The Whirlwind is one of the most, yeah. What do you think about the upcoming Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? Okay, so that was basically all that Dread Central had to say about it. I do forget the premise of the story. I do know, yeah, Sally's coming back, and Leatherface is going to take years after the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which does sound cool. I want to see Old Man Leatherface, don't get me wrong. But for them to be throwing it at Netflix, because the possibility of them not getting any studio support is very concerning. I mean, that could be anything. Like, seriously, studios could be looking at this thing and saying, and, you know, Legendary, I'm sure, is still going to be attached and all that stuff. But, you know, because this is going to be a moneymaker no matter what. But the fact of the matter is that this thing does not have no one really wanting to support it because they might not like the way the movie sounds. They might think it sounds like garbage. And you know what? That last Leatherface movie, in my personal opinion, was garbage. I did not like that movie at all. Actually, the last good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie I have seen, and, you know, I could consider Texas Chainsaw 3 a guilty pleasure. I'm not going to say that's a great movie. That was a guilty pleasure to me. Has some cringy moments.
Do your thing, cuz.
But still, the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the last one I have seen, was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. And that came out in, like, 2004, 2005, around that time. So, like, seriously, it's beginning to get really dark for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, at some point, if this movie is bad, that would make so many bad sequels to this franchise that I don't know if people are going to want to reboot this thing. I mean, that might be the only way you can do it, is to almost reboot the whole fucking franchise or make a sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 movie, which people might want to see that. That would be kind of cool. But overall, you know, if this bombs, then they just need to let it die. They do, because this is like the third or fourth sequel that's really just horrible. So, I mean, I don't know. And, you know, I can't really smash it all that much, because I do know there's a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans who would say that I'm a Friday the 13th fanboy, and there's a lot of shitty-ass Friday movie sequels, and I get that. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just saying. This would be, because, you know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels, regardless of who you are, I mean, even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels almost get more hate than the Friday films. At least you can have fun with Friday films, but, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels can be really hard to get through sometimes, and it's not really, you know, I'm not trying to bash on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans. I'm a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan too, don't get me wrong. I like some of the sequels. I like Texas Chainsaw 3D, and I know that's not critically loved. I like that movie. So, I mean, I get it. But this has a lot riding on its shoulders, so we'll see what happens, of course. But, of course, guys, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? Do you guys think that it's a good idea for them to move it to Netflix? Do you not think it's a good idea? Do you think, like me, this might be a bad sign? It's 50-50 at this point. Let me know down below. Of course, if you like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. We post as often as we can. We keep it retro while we do it, and we enjoy doing it. So I'll post as often as I can, guys. Keep it retro, movie friends, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Take care.